Welcome everyone to my new series I'm starting. Actually, I'm on night 15 already. This is a challenge series. I have everything set to normal with waves and everything. But the only thing I did was set things to respawn. I did that, I don't know, just to try it, see how it works. So this was all cleared out at one time, and you can see it's all starting to come back. The one thing I'm not sure I liked, and I just figured that out, I was out scavenging a little bit before for the horde, and vehicles actually respawn. Be nice if in the future the developers would add a option to pick what you want to respawn, because I don't know that having cars respawn is actually fair, if you will. Trees, other stuff like that grow back. Now one could say rocks and things like that would not respawn, but obviously they have here. So like I said, maybe it would be good if a future update would include what you let respawn and what you don't let respawn. So quick tour of my maze here before the horde comes, which is going to be real soon. I'm going to put a ballista there. I had a flamethrower there, but it was coming up through and catching me on fire. 2 ballistas there. I might end up putting one here. Cutters, shredders, and yeah. So let's get up top for the wave. So they'll come through here, come through here, come through here, and I need to make sure that door is closed, because if not, they'll just come right through, which I don't want. Then they come up here, and this will be my final killing zone. I'm going to put 2 more flamers there, and I'll be able to reload at least those 2 floor traps right there. And I added this bait. This was my first one, but this is exactly 50 squares to here. So I added this one so that when they come through, hopefully I'll have time to shoot them if they make it that far. And again, this is on challenge difficulty. It is the next one down from Legend. I actually tried a Legend series, and I think I bit off a little bit more than I could chew. Got a little over aggressive, and yeah, I abandoned that fairly quickly. I have a bunch of storage chests here. Oh, there's the seeds I want. If you hit Alt and select a stack, it'll take half of what's in there. So let's refill this real quick. And our friends have arrived. Now they'll either come from down that way, they'll come from that way, or they come down off the hill so far. I haven't seen which way they're coming yet, and well, I might need to turn that volume down a little bit. Looks like they're coming from that direction. I actually may need to cut some of those trees down. I thought it'd be cool to let that stuff grow back up, but now I really can't tell where they're coming from. Yeah, it looks like they're coming from there. Oh, maybe they are coming from... Yep, they're coming from there as well. Looks like they're coming from 2 different spots. Make sure I have my ballistas loaded up. I should probably make some more quick if I have time. Probably don't have the materials. Those ballistas, if you put them in the right spot, can be really effective. I have one under here as well. And again, I try to wait as long as I can to reload. It just helps conserve resources a little bit. Yep, they're coming from that way. I will eventually upgrade all those protection walls, protective fences to tier 3 so I can see through them. And they're coming from this way as well, so it looks like they're already starting from 2 different directions. I try to keep these guillotines as full as I can all the time, just because they're so effective. Yeah, probably that was a little premature on that one. Thinking about putting a roof over top me that I can see through, just so I can stand up there. I like to be able to see what's going on. It's kind of hard to see through these windows sometimes. Yeah, they're coming from that way. I put that little fence and fence, platform and stairs going across that obstacle. They were getting hung up on that, whatever that looks like a I-beam or something, maybe from a sign that fell down. I'm also going to put these fences out along here. It seems to help stop the jumpers from hitting my walls and my bridges. These floors that you can see through are upgraded bridges to tier 3. So that should help save on resources as well. Although picking the game where the resources respawn, I may not have that issue, especially if the cars respawn. I can just go to the city every now and then and I have ventured out into the woods. The other day I went and did nothing but stone and iron. Got a ton of iron. That's how I have all this upgraded to tier 3. Ran into a couple bears. Luckily, I waited until I found a rifle to do that. I don't recommend on this difficulty level of going in the woods without a rifle. And if you do run into a bear on this difficulty level when you don't have a rifle, just run and run and run as fast as you can. Eventually, I know it doesn't sound like reality, but you will outrun the bear eventually. And if you don't, I actually ran into 2 one time, and I had these spikes out here, which is a good thing. One, not only does it help slow down the zombies when they come in, it also will kill rabbits, squirrels, deer, things that run into it. But if you don't have a way to fight a wolf or a bear, you can just run around these spike traps, and that will kill the bears. So that's actually what I did the one time. I was up in the mountains up there, and I ran into one, I started running, and I ran by another one. So that was 2 that was chasing me, and I brought them both down here and killed them both without firing a shot, which was pretty cool. This will get pretty intense at 2 o'clock. This higher difficulty level is a lot more intense than the normal, which it should be, which is why I picked it. I have another series where I started playing right when the game came out, and I actually have 3 bases. You can check that series out. I built a huge 6-story Tower of Death with drop floors in it. My first attempt didn't go so well, and that was wave 60. I went out and got a bunch of iron, made a bunch of traps, did a bunch of upgrades, and wave 65 went a little better. I still have some work to do. The base has a lot of flaws, but we'll see how far I can go with it. I always have the other 2 to back up, or to fall back on. They did come from over here the one night, but they haven't come. That was only one night. They haven't come this way since, so not sure if they ever will again. If I can go far enough, or if I can last long enough, I'd like to put a second base over here. Use one as the starter and one as for the second wave, or as a backup in emergency in case something bad happens. So yeah, that's the game plan. One thing I would recommend if you're going to try a higher difficulty level this level is don't start building with stone and iron until you have points put into the builders. One tier makes wood building cheaper, one tier makes iron building cheaper, one tier makes stone building cheaper, and the last tier makes everything cheaper. Now, I know obviously you're going to have to upgrade things when you first start, but upgrade as little as you can until you invest some points into those builder, master builder, senior builder. What I would recommend is start off with wood, obviously, and maybe the first 2 or 3 items make stone, and your stairs stone, and then get those upgraded to tier 3 as soon as possible, because if your foundations go, your base goes. Stairs as well. Stairs are very important. That's why I have 3 of them. That way if one goes, they have another path. So it looks like we have the last wave coming. Hopefully you can hear me over the loud zombies. That's how it gets. Haven't had any jumpers yet. Had to put these walls in. Some of them were getting up. I had little fences there, but or guardrails, whatever you want to call them. Let's get these topped off. I don't know if they reach the top when if that flamer goes off. You'll definitely be able to see it out of the corner of your eye. I would have liked to have this 2 rows wide. It just helps to keep them from getting bunched up like they are now. But I just don't have the resources for it. When you're playing this difficulty level, it's tough. That's not the flamer going off, that's the fire dogs exploding. Yep, some of them have gotten all the way over to here. I try not to repair if it's above 60 or 70%, unless I have to. These bridges you have to repair if they get damaged so you can refill your traps. So I don't really have a choice there. Yeah. I was afraid of that when I put those walls there. That guy's hung up on there. I don't know how he got over there. Yeah, so far so good. I know it's only wave 15, but I'll tell you what. Like I said, this difficulty level, it gets pretty intense pretty quick. I think I'll play on this difficulty setting until the next major update, and then maybe I'll try Legend again. I'm not quite sure why they're in there or what they're doing. Hopefully they don't start beating on the base, on the fences. That would not be good. That looks like it's slowing down. Looks like we might have tackled this wave. There's those little crawlers. The other thing these barb spikes do out here is they stop those crawlers from coming in, because all they do is sit there and waste your tree leaves, because these cutters are too tall to kill them. So they just go right underneath them, and once they get to these shredders, the shredders will take them out. But okay, so let's go check on the damage. See how we did. Alright, so it looks like a couple got this far, which we knew that. Got to here, but I don't think they got up to here. No. Flamer, I started with 100. That did go off. I did not notice it. I have to upgrade these to tier 3. You definitely want to upgrade your floors to tier 3, because like I said, if the foundation goes, your base goes. Unless you have alternate routes. I want to get the iron ore, I want to get the ore extractor going as soon as I can. That is invaluable. It gives you several pieces of iron for every time you run it, and it doesn't really cost a whole lot to run it each time. Although, I guess with everything respawning, I don't know if it's going to be such a huge deal or not. It's also important to repair the traps to make sure the floor underneath is not damaged. See how I repaired the trap, and now I can see the floor is damaged a little bit. If you don't repair the trap, you'll never know if the floor is damaged unless you can get to it from the outside, like a lot of these. Like these out here. So that's a trap. That's a trap. That's a trap. And the floor is not damaged on that one. Which is good. The less damage, the better. I like to reload and repair everything at the end especially on this difficulty level, just to make sure I don't miss something for the next horde. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments, I will answer them. So, thanks for watching, anybody, and see you on the next episode.